Good morning. Welcome to another vlog. Today is Saturday and we are on our way to my dad's farm. So if you don't know, my dad is an organic farmer. He has a little bit of beef, but mostly seed potatoes. He sells certified organic seed potatoes, but he has lots of horses, a few cows, dogs, barn cats, all of those things. But it was his birthday. Jeez, was it a week ago? 2 weeks ago now? So, but we were all sick, so we didn't obviously go and get him sick for his birthday. So we are on our way to the farm today, and I'm kind of hoping to just, excuse me, I'm kind of thinking I need to just kind of go back to how I was vlogging around Vlogmas, and I really liked how casual and imperfect that was. And I feel like that's really what I need to lean into. And I feel like it's boring because it's just everyday things for me and it's very easy for me. And I feel like that's not enough somehow. So I'm hoping to share just like a day at the farm kind of vlog and see what we get up to. So it's about an hour drive. I was gonna make a pot of chili, but I have no meat. So I'm gonna actually use some of his meat from his farm. I think he would prefer that anyway. And I think we're gonna pick up a pie and some ice cream because I feel like winter is really just getting on top of me, and I feel like a nice fruity pie with some ice cream would just taste like a little bit of summer. I was gonna make like an apple cake, but I don't have any applesauce. And I have like 1.5 apples, which probably isn't enough apples. So I feel like a nice fruity pie would be nice. And I think Dad likes that. So we are on our way to the farm and we'll just see what we get up to. Hopefully we get to hang out with the horses. Hopefully it's usually very windy. He's up on a place called the Ridge and it is very windy. So we're gonna have to bundle up and hopefully have a really nice day at the farm. And we're going to take you along with us, so hopefully it'll be fun.
The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, the welcome of the dawn. The voice of the robin, the call of the dove, the red leaves are falling, the barn owl is calling, the welcome of the dawn.
Hello, look how big you're getting. Look how big you're getting.
The dogs will be howling in the early morning light. All are happy to be out in the ending of the night, the welcome of the dawn.
I know.
The nights are turning colder, soon the falling of the frost. Soon the summer will be over. You feel the change is closer at the welcome of the dawn. The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, welcome of the dawn.
Put the food in and then put the milk on top of it.
Lemon time, did you hear? Put the food
Oh,
in
sorry.
Come on, Daisy. Daisy, get off of it. Daisy. Now you come back.
It's quite the chorus.
One at a time.
Is there another bowl up there too?
There's two of them.
Yeah, fill up both of them, fun guy.
There's two of them.
Drink
We'll
two.
pull off.
Okay, so I have started the purge of my closet. I'm honestly not sure how much I'm going to film because I am completely and utterly overwhelmed by this project. So I started a couple piles, plus all of the stuff on here. As you can see, this is like ready to collapse. Overwhelming, to say the least. Plus I have this little sweater rack too. Too many clothes. I am constantly overwhelmed, so we'll see how this goes. I feel like I should get like a before picture. But I can't open these. I'm gonna get rid of these doors completely, but she is packed tight. Okay, let's see if we can get rid of some stuff. What have I done? Okay. So she's empty, and I've taken my t-shirts that I had in a drawer and I've put them on hangers so I can actually see what I have. And then I have long sleeve shirts, same thing, they were folded up in my drawer and I could never find anything. And then I have kind of a little bit dressier kind of long sleeve shirts, like turtlenecks and stuff. And then I have long sleeve kind of linen tops, button ups. And then I have short sleeve button ups. And not button ups, but not all button ups, but you know what I mean. Short sleeve kind of drapey, flowy shirts that kind of fit my body right now. So that's as far as I've gotten on this side. Okay. On this side, I do have some dresses. I don't wear a lot of dresses, especially in the winter, but these are like more wintry dresses that I have worn in the winter, so I'm not sure if I should just keep them out. This is a good layering one. I love the gingham, and I sometimes wear a sweater over the top of it, so I have kept that one out as well. These are all my overalls. Actually, not all my overalls, but some of my overalls. I really like overalls. So I think I have to go through and kind of pick out my favorites, what I'm realistically gonna wear. And then these are just like spring jackets that I have, that I don't really want to tuck away because it's gonna be spring. I mean, not soon, but like soon enough that I don't want to like go into the basement and dig them out again. These are all my spare hangers that I have. And this is all the stuff that I still have to sort through. These are my workout pants that I'm hoping to get. I'm going to have like 2 workout pants and then put the rest away. I have 1, 2, I have about 4 pairs of jeans. I'm wearing a pair. There's a pair buried in here. These are good ones, and these I really like too. So those are about the only pants that I'm going to bother keeping out because that's what I wear. This is all to be sorted and either donated or tucked away in the Ziploc or the vacuum bags. And yeah, I still have to go through all of this and decide what I want to keep of these sweaters. I do love a good sweater, so I might keep quite a few of those out. And I like wearing a lot of the cropped sweaters over dresses and overalls. So, okay. But I'm at that point where it's like, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, this is where we're at. All of this here is to go away. That is my donate pile. That's my donate pile. More from this pile is definitely going in there as I sort through it. There's 1 bag filled. That's for Poppy. All the extra hangers. So up here I have just 2 big wool sweaters that they're too bulky to hang. This is all comfy clothes, like pajamas and comfy clothes. These are, so back here I just have a few extra hangers. Then I have cropped sweaters to go over overalls and dresses. And then these are like a little more like fitted or dressy kind of sweaters. These are long sleeve shirts to go like with jeans or under overalls. These are t-shirts for under overalls or layering. I still have a lot of my overalls. I haven't taken many of them out unless they don't fit. And I showed you the dresses. These were just sitting on our floor. One has like tights and leggings that I just don't have the strength to go through right now. And this has like t-shirts that they're like all the white t-shirts that I need to like see if I can re-whiten and brighten in like a big soak or something. I just need to do that or get rid of them. Up here, there's just some like extra like handbags and stuff in this suitcase. It's kind of like we have to have the suitcase. I may as well put something in it. Up here are clothes for like going to the farm, painting, working outside sort of thing. These are the 3 pants that I'm keeping, and I have 1 pair on. These are all coats of various colors, sizes, styles, and warmth. They're mostly spring, fall coats, but I'm going to have to go through these and maybe purge a few because I don't need this many, obviously. I have a few sweaters. I'm not a big sweater kind of girl. I'd rather hang out in like an oversized button up, but I have a few of those just for warmth really. And then we have, these are all cardigans. And then these are a few like wintry dresses. And then these are cardigans. I even went through this little thing here was full of pajamas and stuff. So I went through there and emptied that out. I don't know what I'll put in there. Maybe sewing stuff now that that's empty. So that's good. And I still have all of these sweaters here. So clearly I still need to do a massive amount of purging. But this is definitely phase 1 and I'm running out of steam. So my goal for today is to get all of these, as many as I can, sorted into donate pile and into vacuum seal packaging to store. And hopefully my donate pile gets much bigger. And yeah, that's my goal for today. And get all these hangers off the floor, get everything off the floor and cleaned up. And then maybe in a month or two, I will go through again and be more ruthless. But this is hard. This is really hard for me. I don't know why it's so hard. So this is the donate pile. This is the keep pile, which I feel a little disappointed that I'm keeping this much still. I thought I was being so ruthless because I have 4 bags, bag of hangers, and then I have another bag that I'm gonna see if the kids want to go through and see if there's anything they want to rescue out of there. Oh, I should show. See if I can go back. No. So much space between the hangers. I mean, now I can actually move things and see what I have. Still far too many clothes. This is all comfy clothes up here. I think I said that already. But yeah. And then this whole portion is just extra hangers. It feels better, but I still need to keep going. Hello friends, it's me again. So it's been a productive week. We had a really nice time at the farm. I think we hadn't been there since like November because we've just been sick, and then my dad came here for Christmas and it was just, yeah, all over the place. But anyway, it was nice to go to the farm. It's always nice to go to the farm and hang out and be able to help a little bit for a day even. Yeah, so that was good. And then I managed to purge out a huge amount of clothing from my wardrobe. I don't know why he walks around. He needs to be near me when I start vlogging. So I went through my closet and I did a big purge. I still have too many clothes, but I think I need to do it in phases because right now I'm not losing weight, but I still want to desperately lose weight because I do not feel good in my body. I just don't know how to make that happen because it feels like the weight is just clinging to me. And then when we got sick, I fell completely out of sync with like working out and even going for walks because it was just, it sucks that when you feel crappy, it's even harder to do the things that make you feel better. I'm over the cold, I guess. I still have I constantly am clearing my throat, so I apologize. I try to edit a lot of it out, but I still have to constantly clear my throat and sniffle. And I also have a sinus infection going on now, so I have all this pressure in my forehead and sinuses. Anyway, I definitely feel better to get so much stuff out. A lot of the stuff that I put away in the Ziploc or the vacuum bags are actually summer dresses and stuff and summer clothes. Yeah, so we'll see. I really don't want to bring it all back in and I don't want to hold on to it, but there were just some things that I couldn't let go of. So give it a little space, little time, keep it in the basement for a little while, and then I'll revisit it and I'll probably feel less attached to it. So I wanted to go over January's budget. So if you're new here, I mean, it's a little late for that, but if you're new here, my name is Erin and we're doing a low buy, low spend however long it takes, really. So it could be a quarter, it could be 6 months, it could be less. I don't know, because we were able to throw down a lot of money onto our visa. So January went very well. We had a couple double bills come out, like over Christmas. I think things got lost in the shuffle, like our hydro bill. So I had to pay December and January's bill. So that was like $300. January overall went fairly well. We ended up having 3 pay periods that month, just by chance, luck, whatever. But so we had 3 pay periods, but that also means because we pay bi-weekly on our mortgage, on our car, and every paycheck we were paying $500 on our visa. So that also meant that we put extra on our visa. So, and we had 3 mortgage payments. So that was like $3,000. 3 car payments, which is like $900. And then 3 visa payments. So every pay we put $500 on the visa. So we had $1,500 that we put down on the visa. Then we got $380. It was like a government rebate. I'm not sure what it was for. If it was for the carbon or if that's this month. Around election time, they like to give us rebates and checks so that we remember them at the polls. So we got $380. That all went down because it was extra surprise. It all went down on our visa. And then we had a $500 given to us from a family member very generously. So that immediately went on the visa. It was to help us buy our vacuum cleaner and a microwave, but we put it on the visa because I had to buy the vacuum on the visa anyway. So our budget for groceries for the month was $1,500, which sounds like a lot, and it is not. I have determined that it is not a lot because we spent $1,497.11, and for the last week of January, we were eating like canned soup and stuff from the pantry, like not super healthy stuff, but like we were eating very random food. Like I was making pasta salad for supper, but we didn't have mayo, and so I used like a ranch dip. Like it felt like I was just scraping the bottom of the barrel, and the kids were, we were all laughing about it. Like we weren't starving. I've been making bread all of January, February, so we haven't been buying bread. We haven't been buying lunches. Mike hasn't been buying lunches. We did not go out or get takeout or anything, not even so much as a coffee when we were out on the road and stuff. It's not a lot of money. We bought mostly ingredients. We tried to use what we already had in the pantry, tried to work around what we had in our pantry for meals, so we didn't have to go and buy all the ingredients. We tried to really work with what was in the pantry and make meals around that. So yeah, we stuck to the $1,500, but it was difficult. Like I think we bought chips maybe 3 times throughout the whole month, and we didn't buy them locally because they're too expensive locally, and we went to the cheaper stores and we would buy them like on a weekend or something. Like I said, I've been making bread, making all of our meals from scratch, planning it out. If we go out for the day, we eat before we go out, and then maybe we'll get like a little something for the ride home, like so that we don't go to like a fast food restaurant or something like that and spend, because it can now be like $30 to $40 just the 2 of us to get like 2 meals at like A&W or something. So yeah, we were really trying to plan out and not eat out at all, and we did very, very well. And we didn't buy junk food. Like we didn't have pizza nights. We didn't go to the drugstore down the road just to like get snacks or something. So we stuck to our guns, and it was really good. But $1,500 was a stretch for us. I mean, there are definitely places we could have trimmed the fat more. I mean, we are trying to eat healthfully, and we are trying to get our protein in, and we're trying to eat well on a budget. So yes, we could cut out more, but I don't know that we want to. Our gas was fairly low. We had 3 $300 budgeted for it, but we came in at $227, probably because we were sick and the only place we went was to get groceries, which is an hour drive, and Mike went to work. I think in the summer we'll keep it at 300, but I think in the summer it'll be closer to that 300 because we do go more places and do more things, and hopefully by summer we won't be on this low buy challenge, whatever adventure that we're on. So I think we need to keep it at 300. My thrifting challenge actually went really well. I did, if you watched my last one where I shared that I bought the Land's End $400 Land's End coat for $25 and kind of blew through my budget of $40. So if you don't know, I've been also on this low buy. Instead of not buying anything, we're trying to buy very mindfully, but I'm also trying to be realistic. So I gave myself a $40 budget for thrifting if I wanted to. So I actually did quite well and stuck to it right to the end. In the last week, I ended up finding a $25 coat. It was Land's End, like full, like to the ground, like very beautiful quality, like great for walks, like coat of my dreams basically. So I splurged and I bought it because I was not going to leave it there. So I don't have any regrets on that. So as far as thrifting went, oh, I should have added this up. But I think it was, my budget was $40 and I think I ended up $15 over. So around $55. But I managed to get some clothes for the kids and stuff in there. So overall, I'm pleased. Like, did I do it perfectly? No. But overall, I was very pleased with the things that I got, the way that I managed it, how it made me really think about what I was buying, what I needed, what I really wanted. And yeah, so it was good. Now, this month, now that I've done my closet purge and I'm completely disgusted with how many items of clothing that I have, I've actually decided I don't know if I want to do it this month, because in my other video, I shared that I also got a Kobo, and I've been I'd rather have a small budget so that I can buy the books that go on sale. So I'll keep like a wish list, an ongoing wish list of my books, and check the daily deals, basically the daily sales that they have. It is a little tricky to find them like when they're on sale, but if they're in my wish list already, then I can go through and sort by which ones are on sale. And if it's on for $1.99, $2.99, and it's something on my wish list, then I will get it. So I think instead of using giving myself a thrifting budget, I'm going to give myself a little book budget because I have been reading a lot more. So some of the miscellaneous things, like surprise purchases that came up, we ended up spending $772.62 on miscellaneous stuff. And it felt like we bought nothing. So I had to buy the vacuum, which was $180. I had to buy flea medication for the dogs. I had to pay $108 for flea medication. You know, credit card interest, we had budgeted that, but that was kind of went into miscellaneous. Some of the subscriptions that we had forgotten to cancel, and then they came out and reminded us that we hadn't canceled them yet. So that was kind of considered miscellaneous because we hadn't budgeted for them. It was just kind of an error on our part. So yeah, we had to buy new razors for Mike, which was $45 for 12 cartridges of razors, which is nuts. My vacuum bags were $20, but that was cheaper than buying totes. Those were some of the kind of expenses that came up that we just that were unexpected or not planned. I won't lie, the first month was a really hard month. January was a really, really hard month. I felt really sad. I felt really defeated. I felt really bored, but we did it. And having completed that 1 month and seeing that we were able to put $2,300 down on our credit card, which means it's just going to start snowballing, right? So this month we're apparently getting $1,000 from the government, like a rebate for taxes or something. I think it's the carbon tax. I'm not really sure. They're just throwing money at us now. So that will all go on our Visa. plus our regular payments of $500 on each payday. When we get our income tax done, that will all go on. And then we have overpaid our propane by like a substantial amount. Like our credit is almost at $1,000 right now. So I think usually in like April, they'll cut us a check and send us the difference. So when we get that big chunk of money, that will also go on the credit card. So I actually think we're going to be complete if we stick to everything that we're doing. I think we're on track to get the credit card paid off ahead of schedule, which is great because it has not been a lot of fun, but I mean, it's necessary. We created the problem and we need to fix it. So it has been good. So this month, I feel like I'm coming in with kind of a renewed sense of energy and hope. And I do feel that I have detoxed a little bit from dopamine because I also deleted Instagram and Facebook. The only time I upload them or use them is when I post a video. I'll share there because a lot of family members and stuff are on Facebook, so they don't always get the notifications. So I will post on Facebook and on Instagram, and then I'll maybe keep it for a little while in case someone comments or questions or whatever, or messages, and then delete it again. So that has been good. I haven't been feeling the urge to scroll. And I feel like I said, going through all of my clothes has kind of disgusted me to the point that I just don't need more things. So I feel like the spell has kind of been broken, which feels really good. And I do find that this is making me read so much more. I actually find that I prefer reading on this. Even if I have a hard copy of the book, I'll check if it's on here because it's just so comfortable and I always know where it is. I don't have to look for what bookshelf did I put that book on. Books get shuffled around all the time. I'll take them out and then I'll ask the kids to put them back when I need space or something. So they'll take them down and put them in like a place I have no idea where they've put them. And I just never know where they are. Whereas this is all at my fingertips. I got the pop socket. I got the little, just a cheap $10 case for it. I still need to decorate it. Clementine and I have been into junk journaling, so I feel like a little junk journal page would be kind of cute on here. I should show you our junk journals though. I don't know if I should show hers because, it's hers. But I just got I didn't even get an expensive one. This was $2.49 at Gleekoff's, and I stuck a little, this is like a kind of local artist. I just love her artwork. It's so quirky and sweet. She always has little animals being mischievous. So this is the first spread that I did. So what do I have? I have a little receipt where we went to the thrift store to get a few some old magazines, some kids books. We were looking for paper, stickers, things like that. So we got some things there. We got some things at Gleekoff's. I've been thinking a lot about chickens again, and I think this spring we're actually we're allowed to have, I thought it was 3, but my husband said it's actually 4. You're allowed to get 4 laying hens in town. And I think with everything that's going on in the world and the expense of food and trade wars and everything that's going on in the US right now is kind of scary. And I just feel like we should be growing more of our food. And of course, we're not going to be to a place where we can grow all the food that we need for life, obviously. But I feel like it's important. I feel like it's important skills to have, important skills that I want to teach my kids, how to grow food. And I love having chickens. I love the idea of having a spring project to look forward to. We have foxes, we have coyotes, we have owls, we have eagles and hawks. I don't actually know if we have eagles, but we have hawks. We have deer. So we really need to build a huge enclosure basically for chickens and vegetables. We have a beautiful flat, sunny spot up in our backyard that's going to be perfect for it. So we're going to build a little coop with a little run and then have like a garden inside of it that's also protected so the chickens can't scratch the crap out of it, but also so the deer can't eat it. So anyway, that's what the chicken and the veggies are about. And there's a nice poem, I will not die an unlived life. The body is a sacred garment. My Cobo Clara that I got. I love that it's just garbage and you can kind of make it beautiful. So behind here is a little book. Behind here, I added a little picture of Frog and Toad, but it kind of looked like Clementine and I because we were just having a very cozy week eating digestive cookies and reading our books. My Google AdSense finally came. Finally. I actually did request 2 and they both showed up the same day and they mailed the first one on December 24th. So I don't know, it must have been all jammed up at the border or something, but it finally came. So that's really exciting. And then from our day at the farm, we came home and my dad has like, he burns a lot of his recycling and stuff. So like paper and stuff. So there's always like paper bits and everything. So we had the darling clementines from his clementine box. There was like a bag of cinnamon, the made in Canada. I don't know where it was from, but it was kind of timely because when we're grocery shopping now, we're trying to really purchase things that are Canada made. And then in this little tea bag thing, I put our grocery receipts. I honestly think this is such a fun thing because like I would love to have receipts to see how much things cost when I was a kid. Would have been fascinating. So it's like a time capsule, but we were feeding the kittens, which you saw, or the cats, which you saw. My dad is a very big rodeo guy, so he had the rodeos and like skills and stuff like that. He loves watching it on YouTube, so we put it on with the kids and was explaining everything. There's just an envelope with his address on it. We took pie, and then there's just a little piece of baler twine. He gave me some of the baler twine because I said I was going to try to crochet like a little area rug to see if I could do that. I don't know if I have a big enough crochet hook though, but he said he could make one, so maybe I can do it. So anyway, that's as far as I got. We've only been doing it for like a couple days now, but it is so fun. And I think about when I was a kid, like having like packaging and stuff, like packaging and receipts and just things like that. It's just like this fun little look back. So, you know, in 10-15 years, she'll be able to look at it and it'll be very nostalgic, I hope. And it's something that we really enjoy doing together. Oh my god, my coffee's going cold. I've done a lot of reading. What have I read? I started reading How to Solve Your Own Murder. It's not really grabbing me, but I think I'll finish it. It's not terrible. And I kind of want to find out what happens, how the story ends. I read the Guernsey, oh my god, I can never say the name. The Guernsey, you know what I mean. The Guernsey and Potato Peel Pie Literary Society. I think I got that right. And it is probably my new favorite book of all time. It was so good. So heartwarming, so sweet, definitely sad, but it was so good. It's an older one, and I've had a copy here for ages that I thrifted, but I just never picked it up. I was kind of put off by the letters. I find it difficult to read or get into books that are sent with letters or correspondence, but actually that was quite charming. It was so good. I devoured it. It kind of gave like L.M. Montgomery vibes in like the characters, the quirky characters and the lovable characters, but a little different, like a little darker, because it was talking about the war, right? World War II. It was like maybe a year after World War II, and it's the island of Guernsey. If you don't know, I guess I should explain it. It's about the island of Guernsey, and it was taken over by the Germans during World War II. So the premise of the story is that she gets a letter from this man saying he found this book with her name and address in it, and he loves this, and he wanted to write her a letter to tell her how much he loved this book. And it was one of her favorite books, and she just happened to have to get rid of it. And so they start writing back and forth to each other, and she starts writing to like his friends who are also in this little book club, and how the book club came to be. And she eventually goes over there to like research these, get to know these people more, and like research the idea for a book. It just was, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Now I'm reading The Keeper of Lost Things, which has been on my list for a while. I think it was on one of those things where it was in my wish list and it came up for $1.99, so I bought it. I have been having a little more luck. It's taking a lot of time, and there are so many books that I've never even heard of that are in Kobo Plus, but I have found some good ones that I'm excited about. I have borrowed a few from the library. I have a few on hold. I'm really excited. I read the preview of it, and I'm so excited because I want it so bad. Is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I really want to read that one. So I have it on hold, and I think I have like a week's wait. So I don't know why there's not a longer wait on that one, because I feel like that's a newer one. I have a lot of older ones, so I feel like I might be reading some of those. And then after reading the potato peel pie one, I really, really enjoy, I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but I really, really enjoy the kind of atmosphere and vibes of like World War II kind of era books, but I can't do like really, really dark books. There needs to be like a hopeful edge to it. Like, I think I like people living their everyday lives and where it's touched by war, but it's not just ravaged by war. I just cannot handle it because the idea of war is just so overwhelming and scary to me. But yeah, so I've been looking at some books around that time. There are tons written, so it's hard to know which ones are good and which ones are kind of like, all the covers kind of look the same. They're kind of like romance novels, so I'm not sure. I started reading Growing Goats and Girls because it again went on sale for like $1.99, so I purchased that one. I think it's about a couple who end up buying a farm and just their story of that. I've been really thinking a lot about homesteading again. And when we moved into town, I was really sad that we wouldn't be able to have chickens or goats. And what comforted me was that I could feed the birds and I could feed the deer and interact with the deer, and that really soothed that part of me. And so now that there's a bylaw and our neighbors hate the deer and everybody hates the deer, and then there's this big thing against it, and now I'm not allowed to interact with the deer, it makes me really sad, and it's making me, I feel like I am called to the farm on a constant basis. I just am pulled to the idea of having a little homestead. So I think this spring we'll get back to that. And I think that's my destiny, if I'm being real. So I think one day, I don't know when, I don't know how it's gonna all play out, but we will move to my dad's farm eventually, either rent it from him or buy it off of him. And he will live on part of the land, like sever the farm probably, and live there as well, maybe in a little cabin or something that he makes. And I think I would love to do, like, still have like a YouTube channel and share all of that. Like, I feel like this channel is gonna follow me through all the adventures, and right now I feel like we're resting and we're getting ready to launch into the next chapter of our life at some point. So we'll see. Anyway, but I do really enjoy reading, and I feel like I'm kind of settling in. I feel like I've gone through the dopamine detox, and I feel like I'm settling into like this very calm, content way of living, and I feel like we're enjoying our mortgage and we are just settling in. I think I've babbled long enough. This one video a week seems to be definitely a better pace for me. It's a lot less hectic. If you've watched this far, give me a Is there a chicken emoji? Give me a chicken emoji. That poor little chicken. She's like, so I don't know how old she is. She's definitely like before COVID, and all the other chickens have like just passed away, and there's just one little chicken left. And I think he said he's gonna get more though, but if not, maybe we'll take her in the spring. If he's not gonna get more chickens, we'll probably take her because they need to be with their friends. And what's the question for today? And for the question today, I would ask, have you jumped on the junk journal train yet? Because I did not think it was for me, but it felt a little too much like scrapbooking for me. I never really got into scrapbooking, but I love that you're just using, nothing is garbage anymore, and you're just using little scraps of paper and tape and just making something like a little time capsule for yourself. So let me know if you have tried the junk journaling trend yet. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. You are a hero if you've made it this far. I have talked so much. I hope you have the best day, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.